there. I want to encourage you to find a way to harness a sense of humor in the midst of a difficult time. Some of you may be too young to remember the sitcom series called MASH. It was a sitcom about the Vietnam War, and all kinds of humor was laden throughout all of the scripts and show themes. And out of that came a term that was coined called MASH humor. And if you think about early on in the pandemic, we really did a good job of MASH humor in response to all the changes we were making in living through a pandemic. So then that kind of died off. I spoke about that in an earlier video. What I want to encourage you to do is find the light side in anything that you can. I know there's a lot of dark, heavy stuff, and some things there just isn't a way to make light of. But if you think about the series MASH, many of the things that were going on in that time, of course, there was nothing to make light of. So what they did instead was make light of just the peculiarities of human dynamics and interactions and personality traits. And they played up those things in ways that just allowed our world, our nation, to lighten our mood. And there was also the movie that Robin Williams was in, Good Morning America, and he was a radio host, and his sense of humor was also something that was highlighted in that movie as a tool, as a resource, as a way to survive tough times. The sense of humor is really important. So I won't tell you how to have a sense of humor because that's individual. What I will tell you is contempt as a sense of humor and sarcasm, when it has a layer of contempt, is dangerous. So stay away from humor that is contemptuous or sarcastic with this contemptuous overnote or overtone. And contemptuous has kind of a one down flavor to it. So that's kind of how you can tell if it's condescending to someone or shaming to someone. That's not humor. But the humor that makes light of the situations, for example, the homeschooling jokes that were made early on in the pandemic about teachers, aka moms and dads, being fired from their teaching job for drinking on the job, and students being expelled or suspended because of fighting or lack of completion of homework or funny things like that, are just ways to make light. And humor can be a real tool and a real gift to you in a time like this. So find a way to do that. Don't get so serious with your partner. Learn to use playful banter. When you hear things from your partner or your family members that maybe have a little bit of sting, look for how could this have been meant in a way that wasn't intended to hurt, and how can I make some fun with this situation for our family or for myself to see things in a more lighthearted manner and relieve some of the stress. When you laugh, your body responds with the production and release of very positive neurochemistry, and it literally can change your mood. Another thing that you can do is if you're feeling a little down or grumpy, take a pencil, a clean one, of course, hold it in your mouth. When you put it in your mouth and you force back the lips, it mimics a smile. And a smile, the muscles in your face, when in the position of a smile, respond by releasing positive neurochemistry. So even doing that, just walking around with the pencil in your mouth for 5 or 10 minutes as you do a task, can help lighten your mood and get you in a better head-heart space on those days that you're maybe feeling particularly down. I hope this finds you well.